Joe Biden's administration has allowed to use the American missiles ATACMS on the Russian territory. The change comes largely in response to Russia's deployment of North Korean troops to supplement its forces, a development that has caused alarm in Washington and Kyiv. A US official and a source familiar with the decision said the easing of restrictions on allowing Kyiv to use the Army tactical missile systems, or ATACMS for short, to hit targets inside Russia is a significant reversal in US policy and comes as some 10,000 elite North Korean troops have been sent to Kursk.
According to the laws of armed conflict, Ukraine has the right to strike any militarily significant target, but it must avoid targeting civilians. There are no restrictions on the range of weapons used in international law. By restricting the range of Ukraine's use of US weapons, the United States has unjustifiably imposed unilateral restrictions on Ukraine's self-defense that go beyond any requirement of international law. Kurt Volker, former U.S. Special Envoy for the negotiations with Ukraine, in a comment to Ukrinform, President Joe Biden's administration has allowed Ukraine to use U.S.-made weapons to strike deep into Russia. Two U.S. officials and a source familiar with the decision said on Sunday in a significant reversal of Washington's policy in the Ukraine-Russia conflict. Ukraine plans to conduct its first long-range attacks in the coming days, the sources said, without revealing details due to operational security concerns, from a Reuters publication.
And following long months of diplomacy, we have the decision only now. But better late than never. We believe that hundreds of Ukrainian lives will be saved when the missile troops will launch pure loads of democracy into invaders and their North Korean accomplices of Russians. Especially after a mass combined strike against Ukrainian energy infrastructure where Russians used 120 missiles and tens of strike drones. The Kremlin has already promised to answer in a mirroring action. Interestingly, what they mean by it, striking Ukraine with Korean ballistics, they've already been doing it. So we enter this stage of escalation. What next? We shall see.